All right, welcome back to another regular expression video. Today we're going to go through a couple more exercises. I'm a little tired today, so if I don't sound as chipper or ecstatic as I usually do, that's probably why. That was kind of a joke because I probably sound the same. I got some hot chocolate. I thought let's do a couple regular expression examples, some example problems, and personally, I think this is a good way to learn. My solutions, by the way, are highly unlikely the only solution or the best solution. If you want to try these out on your own and regex 101, for example, please do. I think it's a good way to learn, and I think it will benefit you greatly. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing. I'm getting close, as of right now at least, to 3,000 subscribers. Really appreciate all of you and all of the love on this channel, and hopefully you get something of value from this channel. So let's go to our trusty regextutorials.com where they have some different practice problems for us to do. And our first one here is match lines that are more than 30 characters long. And I'm going to talk about something we haven't talked about yet on this series, and that is a part of the quantifier that was not mentioned before. So I guess before we even paste in this problem and try to solve it, let's talk about the quantifier with the curly braces one more time. Let's say I have A and then in curly braces 2. That means find me a match where there are exactly 2 A's. But as we can see down here, I found a little cheat sheet, and they say that you can actually pass in 2 values, the second one being optional, which matches between 3 and 6 in this example, A characters. So if I did 2, 4, without a space like this, 2, 4, this would still be a match, this would still be a match, this would still be a match because 4 is the maximum, but if I did one more, notice that last A is not part of the match. And we're going to use this to our advantage here in our example. So what they want us to do is match lines that are more than 30 characters long. So what we can do in this example is our minimum is going to be 31 because the maximum is 30. And then for the maximum of this range, I'm going to leave it blank. So just comma, closing curly brace. And now instead of A, we're going to have a dot, which is any character except new line. And now these 2 lines are a match because they have more than 30 characters in them. So not too hard of a problem. Let's copy our pattern and paste it into our tutorial, and we get correct. Next, let's look at matching HTML tags. You might be familiar with HTML tags if you've watched other videos on this channel. I'm sure you are. But if you don't, the basic syntax is we have these angle brackets and then something inside of them to denote HTML. And here we have a whole title with an opening tag and a closing tag. And we want every HTML tag to be a match. And this might look simple, but there's a bit of a caveat here. So if we paste this into our regex 101, you may say, okay, let's just have an opening angle bracket. We can have a dot plus because it's going to have at least something inside of these angle brackets, and then a closing angle bracket. And that's okay when these tags open and close on separate lines, like the HTML tag opens here, it's a match, and the HTML tag closes here. However, this whole line is a tag because it's going to say, okay, there's an open angle bracket here and a closing one here, and there's stuff in between. Therefore, the whole line is a match. So what we can do instead is we can have a set inside of these tags and say not open and close angle brackets inside. That way the angle bracket is not going to be in between another opening and closing angle bracket. And then we can have a plus in here to say there's at least going to be something that's not one of these 2 angle brackets inside of the 2 that we want to match. And there we go. I think this will work. So let's copy this, paste it into our exercise, and we get a correct solution. So hopefully you learned something from this video, and I hope to see you in a future video. Feel free to check out my other regex tutorials in this playlist, and yeah, hope to see you in a future one.